Hello and welcome everybody to Shanghai. GCS is about to start. This is the first day, and I want to take the time to recap WCA a little bit. It was a 2-day tournament, as you all know. VODs are coming soon, hopefully. I hope the streaming was better than last year. I'm not so sure. I heard we had a few lags here and there, but yeah, it's WCA, and we try to prepare as best as possible. So this could be a little longer. Because I want to explain everything that happened at WCA first, before I go into GCS. So, we arrived in Yinchuan after a 16-hour flight. That was all good. And the hotel was nice as always, and we were welcomed by all the WCA guys that we know from chat and from organization, stuff like that. So, after we brought our stuff to the hotel room, we went to the venue immediately. And we saw our casting desk for the first time. If you remember last year, we had a booth, and we could be there all the time. And we assumed that it would be the same this year. But apparently, they had a caster desk for the international casters in the main hall. But the games were not in the main hall, they were in an internet cafe. So that was problem number one. Problem number two was, this caster desk was supposed to be shared by Dota, CSGO, and Warcraft 3. And we didn't know that before. So that means, or that would have meant, that we could only cast one day from the group one game from the group stages, one semi-final, and also the grand final, of course. That were all the games that were happening in the main hall. So we said this is unacceptable. We want to bring all the games, or as many games as possible, because there were many games at the same time. So they had no solution for it, and we came up with one ourselves, and that was going to the internet cafe that the games were played in, and we got a booth, we rented it ourselves, so little expenses here and there. But Ugri made it work somehow. I don't know what he did and how he did it, but it was really good. Of course the sound wasn't that great. We didn't have a producer. We brought a microphone that Remo's using at home, so that's why the audio levels weren't perfect for both of us. We had no headphones for that, so we couldn't hear ourselves, and we couldn't hear the levels. So that wasn't perfect at all. But we showed you many games, I think. We showed you 1/3 of all the games possible, if I remember correctly. But that was a long-ass day. It was 12 hours from match 1 to the last match, and in between we had to go to the main hall, go back to the internet cafe. It was all very stressful, because usually when I cast, I set everything up 1 hour before, have some food or something, listen to a few songs, as you know, and I kind of get in the zone. And then I know I'm prepared for casting at that very point. So at WCA, it was very stressful to set everything up because we couldn't go to the internet cafe a day before to do that. So we were in a crazy hurry. And then I thought, okay, everything is set up. We had technical problems with the USB slots, so they didn't work at first. We had to get an admin to fix that. And then it was 20 minutes before the games were supposed to start. And I said, okay, everything is set up. We only need a connection to Douyu, which is the Chinese Twitch alternative, whatever. And I asked an admin, or some guys, some Chinese guys, and in that entire Chinese internet cafe, there was nobody telling me or able to tell me how to set up a Douyu stream. It was crazy. So I called Cody from last year, Silence, you know him. He explained it. It was very crazy. It worked in the end. He had to do some verification. So we were finally, I think, 15 minutes behind schedule, or maybe half an hour. So I was already angry. I was stressed. I didn't have any preparation for the cast. Like, I couldn't calm down. And we had to go into the games immediately. So that wasn't perfect at all. Yeah, so then the 12-hour cast was going on. And the day was pretty good, I guess. Then we fell asleep immediately. We want to do more interviews, we want to do more video blogs and stuff. But at that day, we were really tired. And also the connection to YouTube is horrible. Like, if you try to open Facebook, Twitter, or YouTube, we have a VPN, of course, but that is not very good. So we tried to open it like 50 times, and only one time it works. So you can imagine how frustrating it is. We have all those pictures, we have a few videos, and we want to share it with you, and we want to let you be part of everything here. But it's just not possible because we can't connect. So that's very bad. So, final day. We had an agreement that one semi-final would be on the official stream and the grand final would be on the official stream as well. So we wanted to cast the second semi-final. We tried to argue with them for hours to play the semi-finals after each other and not at the same time, because it makes no fucking sense to do so. But they wouldn't listen, and so we tried to get the replays. But to get the stream to work in the main hall, like our second stream, it didn't work at first, and we tried to fix it before the semifinals, and then there was an issue. We had to restart the computer and everything was wiped. So everything we set up was for nothing. So the first semifinal ended, we had to restart, we had to set up everything again, which was very stressful because the connections are very bad. And then the then the game for third was about to start. So we couldn't cast the second semifinal between Yumiko and Lin. And I was very frustrated with that. So we jumped into the game for third. I was so stressed and so tired, so I think I fell asleep throughout the game. And in general, this is like a perfect example of why I'm not satisfied with my casting, especially. I think Remo carried hard again, but since he is in charge of all the editorial stuff and I'm in charge of the technical stuff, this was crazy for me. I wasn't so stressed the entire year, so sorry about that. But yeah, this is why things at WCA weren't perfect. A lot of arguing with the admins about schedules, systems, technical stuff. And this goes onto your nerves. It's crazy. But yeah, we're in Shanghai now. In 1 hour we will go to the GCS studio. It is very promising. We had a meeting already with Imba TV, who are the producers of GCS. And everything we asked for, they said it's no problem. And they seem to be very professional from what I've seen. We have a guy here, Marco, who is helping a lot. He's from Australia, so he knows English and Chinese. And yeah, I hope everything goes well. We will do a recap, of course. We have 3 games today. Infi versus So In, and Focus versus Romantic, plus the winner bracket final. And yeah, everything is pretty cool. The Koreans are here, and these guys are the best. Check is here, Focus, So In, Law Lyot, and a few girls, and Bluetail, who is kind of like the manager of A1. We went to dinner with him yesterday, and especially So In. I can't express how much I like him. He's such a positive guy. We talk a lot. I think they went to practice now for their games. And I hope you see his jolliness on stream, because he will be very nervous. It's his biggest tournament so far. He couldn't really practice because he had exams before. But I hope he will do good. I mean, Orc Worker beat Infi, so why couldn't Soin beat Infi? This is what I hope for. And yeah, this is what happened so far. I hope the story from now on will be more relaxed for us, will be more entertaining for you, will be more structured. I know, last thing, they just preponed the grand final at WCA. I know many people were mad. We tried to convince him not to do so because everybody had their schedule. But you know, stuff happens. And sometimes you can't do things about it and change things, and sometimes you can't. And there's a higher power that we couldn't change, so looking forward to GCS now. Very much looking forward to GCS, and I'm really relaxed, and I'm looking forward to it. And I hope everything will go fine today. Can't promise anything since it's China, but Shanghai way more promising than Yunchuan. So see you on stream, guys.